Okay, so now I'm going to mix them together. So what I do is I mix the peppers into the tomatoes, because then I can control how hot and spicy I want it. Because if I just dump in this whole bunch of peppers in there and I don't have enough tomatoes, it might be just a little too spicy. So I gradually introduce the peppers. Okay, throw about half of it, mix it around, and you'll start looking and seeing the ratio of how much peppers to how much tomatoes. So I'm going to put a little bit more because there's still too many tomatoes. So I feel comfortable that this whole bunch of peppers will just fit perfectly. Because even if it is a little spicy, I kind of like it spicy. But if you like it less spicy, you could put less peppers. Okay, and just by mixing it around, you can start seeing how it's mixing, and it looks pretty even to me. So just keep mixing it. And if you want it spicier, you can put more peppers. If you want it less spicy, you could put more tomatoes, okay? So now we're ready to put it in jars. So look at the way it looks. Looks pretty even to me, the way I like it. So now I will get my jars out of the dishwasher. Okay, so we're about to start our canning. So this is what you'll need. You'll need jars, and you'll need lids. Lids and a rim. So what I generally do is put this one in hot water to let it seal, get it hot. Just keep it on the stove real low and boiling until you fill all the jars, and then come back and seal them. You will need canning salt. I went ahead and poured some in a cup, so I will use a half a teaspoon of canning salt per jar. And if you're using a larger jar, well, you will definitely need more salt. So just keep that in mind. So I like putting the salt on the bottom of the jar and then going ahead and filling it with the sauce. Okay. Okay, so here we go. It usually takes a ladle and a little bit more to fill it up, okay? So you don't want it all the way, you just want it up to where the lip is, right there. Not anymore, because when you're sealing it, it'll pop the seal if it's too full. I went and pulled out a case of jars, but it looks like we might have a little bit more than that. But I have plenty of jars in the dishwasher, so we'll just fill up more. So after you fill them up and put the rim, the lid and the rim, and just do hand tight, you will put them in a hot water bath. And that consists of just covering the jar in hot water, bringing it to a boil, and boil it consistently for 25 minutes. And what that does is it just seals the salsa in the jar. Okay. So there we have 12, and it looks like, and Put them on. Okay, then just take your rim and just do hand tight. Okay, so there we go. Now they just need to be hot water bathed. Like I said, you put them in a pot of boiling water, making sure that you cover the jar, bring it to a boil, and boil it for 25 minutes, and then take them out of there and they're ready to store. Okay, so I fill the roaster with water, then I place my jars in there, making sure that you cover the jars with water. And then once the water gets hot and starts to boil, that's when I put my timer on for 25 minutes. So it's just starting to boil now. So I'm going to put the lid on it and put a timer for 25 minutes, okay? Okay, it's been 25 minutes and now it's time to take the salsa out of the roaster. So be careful because the water is hot and so are the jars. Just take them out and let them sit. You let them sit at room temperature to cool. After they're cool, then you can store them wherever you want because they have a shelf life of 1 year. So you can put them in a room, in your pantry, wherever. And I wouldn't open them and try them until it gets cold. Because the longer they stay in the jar, the more they will cure. Meaning they just taste better. Okay. Okay, everyone. I have finished making all my salsa, and look at how beautiful it came out. I hot water bathed it for 25 minutes. I got about a case and a half. Look at all that salsa. So if you don't know what to do with your extra vegetables, peppers, tomatoes, try making some salsa. And come January, February, when you open a bottle, you'll be so pleased on how delicious it comes out. So if you like it, push like, and if you love it, subscribe to my channel. So thank you for watching At Home with Hermone, and stay tuned.